And topics for this class are 2D array, structure, declaration and initialization of 2D array, and some example programs as we always discuss. Right, in the last class we have learned so much about the array, how we declare it, how we initialize it, and how we can implement the array in C programming by making use of for loops. Alright, so in this class we'll be learning the two-dimensional array. So it is same as array, but here you can have a more number of values arranged in rows and columns. Two-dimensional array has two indexes, whereas a normal array, a single dimensional array, has one index. In the last class, if you remember, we stored 10 integer numbers, right? Uh, in the variable called marks of 10 size. So that's a single index. 10 is an index. It represents the size of the memory. It represents the size of the variable and the index also. You can call it as index. So in two-dimensional array, we have two indexes. The two-dimensional array is represented in the form of rows and columns like a matrix. So if you are aware of the matrix, how the elements are arranged in a matrix, same way a two-dimensional array is going to have the elements. Two-dimensional, three-dimensional or other dimensional arrays are also known as multi-dimensional arrays. Right? If you are using only two indexes with the array variable, that's called as two-dimensional array, and you can also have multi-dimensional assigned to an array. So multi-dimensional arrays are arrays that have more than one index, right? So now let's see how to declare and initialize that array. So this is how we declare the multi-dimensional array. I mean, especially two-dimensional array. So this is the array name and the two indexes with some values in it, right? So first is the first index and this is second index. This is the first index and this is second index. The first index represents the number of rows as we normally do with the matrix, and this the number of columns, right? So there are two rows and two columns. It is a perfect square matrix. If you want to assign the numbers, assign the variables at the beginning of the declaration, I mean, if you want to initialize, so initialize in this way. Matrix 2 of 2, which means which are going to have two rows and two columns. 2 into 2 gives you 4. So you can have 4 elements stored in it. So it starts from putting the elements in the first row. Okay, it starts from the first row and it goes down the rows. So the first two elements will be stored in the first two cells, I mean in the first row, and 5 and 6, the last two elements are stored in the second row, that is in the second row, third and fourth place. So let's look at how the memory of 2D array looks like. If our declaration is this matrix consisting of 2 into 2 dimensional, this is the structure we can store the elements in. So this place is for 0th row and 0th column. So this is 0th row, right? So this is first row. First row is indexed with 0, and this is the first column. First column is indexed with 0. So this is 0th row and 0th column, and this is first column. And this is 0th row and first column. Likewise, this is first row, 0th column, first row and first column. So 2 comes this place, 3 comes to this place, 5 here and 6 here in this place. So it starts from left and start assigning the numbers into the cells by going to right side, by going towards right. Now let's go and create this matrix having 2 rows and 2 columns, and let's assign these values into that matrix by making use of 2D array. So first I'll go and declare the array here, matrix of 2 rows and 2 columns. and we need two variables for two for loops. I'll tell you why. If we have matrix of 2 into 2 dimension, so this will be the memory allocation, right? So this 2 represents uh, the first row, I mean this 0 and this 0, and in the next, so to iterate through this we have one for variable called I, and here we'll assign one more for variable called j to iterate through by referencing the column number, right? So we'll put the value of I here in the first index. So I will be here and I will be here, and j in the second index. I into j, I into j. As long as I value remains constant, we are in the same row. When I changes, we change the row. As long as j value, I mean in the second index, remains constant, we are in the same column. When it changes its value, we go to the next column. So for that purpose, I'll be using the first for loop. Here I'll keep I value equals to 0. When I value is less than or equal to 1, it should iterate, right? Incrementing the I value. Another for loop inside here. Start with j value equals to 0, j is less than or equal to 1, j plus plus. So here inside the for loop, so I'm indenting just to make you sure that we are putting the for inside another for. So here I'll use this scanf function, right? It will accept the element every time, ampersand matrix I cross j. See, look at your friends, what I'm doing here. When I value is 0, loop control comes inside having j value 0, right? When I 0, j 0 means we are referring to the first cell of the first row. So that location is referenced, and the item that came in, or the number that came in, will be allocated or stored in matrix of 0 into 0. And j value incremented before going back to the loop, the upper loop. So j value incremented to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. Yes, it is. So I value remains the same here. I value is 0. Still I value is 0. J value is 1. That means we are referencing to the 0 and first matrix of 0 and 1 location. That is the second location of the first row. So that will be allocated. Whenever j changes to 2, it goes back to the upper loop, changing I value to 1. When I is 1, j remains 0 because j initializes its value again from 0. At that time, I is 1, j is 0. That means we are in the second row, right? So this happens every time. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it below here, right? So here I'll tell, so this is for printing the matrix elements are, right? Instead of scanf, I'll use the printf. So here I'll put the /t character, so to have more space between the elements. And here after one row gets over, I'll have the /n character because it has to move to the next line, right? And here we should not have this ampersand. So the iteration happens same here. When I value 0, j value 0, matrix 0 of 0 is referenced. When j gets 1, 0, 1 referenced, and when j is 2, it goes back to this loop here. I incremented to 1. Okay. So when I is 1, j still is 0 because j starts its value from 0. So when I is 1, j is 0, 1, 0, that means first place in the second row, 1, 0, and then 1, 1. When it is 1, 2, it goes back here. When it is 2, it gets back out of the loop. It's get out of the loop. So let's run this program. Enter the matrix element is 2, 3, 5, and 6. So matrix elements are 2, 3, 5, 6. That's we have got, right? So friends, do this program more and more times, having the different numbers in the index places, so you will come to understand it.